Clear your clutter inside and out. What does that even mean, and how do you do it? Great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by mycleaningconnection.com. This is a resource hub that has all different kinds of things, podcasts and books and clothing and uniforms and house cleaning supplies and solutions and detergents and equipment. Everything that you need in order to clean your home and declutter your space. mycleaningconnection.com. All right, on to today's show. As the new year begins, many people have the New Year's resolution that they're going to clear the clutter in their lives. Joining us today is Julie Coraccio, who is a life coach, and she also helps with decluttering your inside and outside of your world. She's got a podcast, she's got books, she's got a whole resource library and some really fun things that she's going to share with you today. Please help me welcome Julie Coraccio.
Hey everyone, I'm Julie Coraccio. I live in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, and I support people in decluttering in all areas of their lives. I also host the popular podcast Clear Your Clutter Inside and Out, and I recently published 10 books.
Oh my goodness, 10 books. That's a lot.
It's been a couple years and it just kind of all came at once
And so what was it that inspired the books?
because I wanted to reach more people. And a lot of people sometimes maybe don't have the resources to hire someone to declutter them. And I took a very holistic view on clutter. For example, clutter can cause depression and depression can cause clutter. So I created journal prompt series for you and I guide you how to do this and then how to take action once you've answered the questions. And then for people who needed a little more hand holding, I created a book, Clear Your Clutter Inside and Out, with a companion workbook to talk about spiritual, mental, physical, a little bit on energetic and emotional clutter.
Now, I know that's a really big topic for you and part of the podcast series that you do. Tell us, what is the connection between the inside and outside clutter? Is that the inside and outside of your home, or is that the inside of your body and the outside of your life?
Great question. It is the inside, your internal, your soul, your spiritual, as well as the physical. And I know if your cleaners are listening, they've probably been in some homes where, oh, no clutter, but maybe it's hiding behind a door, right? Because we can do that with ourselves and hide and not be honest with ourselves of some internal clutter that we may have going on.
Well, and that's also true. I know lots of people, when they have relatives, for example, coming over, they'll just open a closet door and they just shove stuff inside. And they're like, okay, now it looks clean. No one will know. But I think you're right. I think there's a lot of that that goes on in our lives as well. And addressing that probably is also a great issue at the same time.
Absolutely.
So as we approach the new year, I know lots of people have New Year's resolutions. What are some of the trends that you're seeing for New Year's resolutions for decluttering your space?
A lot of people, January is a great time for that. They want to declutter and get organized. And what I encourage people is to really focus on no more than three areas. You know, maybe it's something like you want to be able to declutter so when your cleaner comes over, they don't have to spend time picking up stuff. They can clean. That's what you have them there for. Make it sparkling and make it awesome and make your space feel really well. So, no more than three items. For instance, if you are paying your mortgage late, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to give any more money to the bank than I have to. And so then your office might be the area that you need to focus on decluttering. And if three items are too much, then concentrate on one. But I would say, is there a timeline? For example, you are going to redo your garage and get these groovy new cabinets, but the garage is a hot mess. So maybe that's the area where you need to start decluttering. So if there's an impending deadline, or if you are suffering some way, like if you're not eating healthy meals and you're like, I am committed to getting in shape this year, declutter your kitchen.
That's a great tip. Now, what happens if you are the type of person that you have the goal, you have the ambition, but you've never actually decluttered before and you don't know where to start?
Well, that's a great question. My podcast offers tips. I have the books now. You can hire someone. I know you work globally online with what you're doing. I do the same thing. So if you're in a rural area, we're both in North Carolina. No, we have some rural areas. You have that option as well. Know that you can do it. That's the first thing that I really want to emphasize. You can learn how to declutter and build your organizational skills. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And so, what I would say is first seek help. There are lots of options for that, YouTube, podcast, or whatever. And then just take that first step. And again, if you haven't done anything for the past 20 years, I don't want you to go, oh my gosh, and look at the entire house. I want you to say, okay, I'm going to focus in my office. I'm going to focus on a bookcase. I'm going to focus on my desk. I'm going to do one little thing and take that first step to get started.
And so, do you reward yourself at the end by running out and buying new things to fill up the space you just cleared out?
Oh, I'm so grateful that you asked that question. Absolutely not. So that's another thing in bringing good self-care, right? Because when I care about myself, I'm not going to have clutter in my space, and I'm going to address my mental clutter, my emotional clutter, whatever it is. So come up with healthy habits that you can do to reward yourself. Maybe it's a massage, maybe it's hiring a cleaner. I always told my husband, I never want to do my hair and I never want to not have a cleaner. Those are the two things we'd have to be close to being homeless before I would give those up. So reward yourself in a healthy manner.
Now, if you're just getting started and it's the new year and you've set some New Year's resolutions, is it better to start on the inside clutter or the outside clutter first?
Oh, great question. What I would say is wherever is most important. And the great thing about this, as you clear your clutter physically, it's going to start to affect the inside. One of the greatest things that I've had working with clients that makes me so grateful is when they discover things. And that might sound a little corny to people, but I've had people when clearing socks have been able to express that they've been abused. Now, not everyone gets that deep, but you'll realize the connection as you do that. And as you clear your physical space, the clarity comes mentally. And maybe that's what allows you to get into your body and allows you to get into your space, be like, you know what? I have anger issues. I get anger really easily. And now that my space is a little more calm, it's making me a little more calm and I can address it.
Do you find that there are fears that people have? Like, if I change too much, I'm not going to be the same person that I am?
Yes, that could be one. I think there are a myriad of reasons why people are afraid. You know, some people have clutter because they're afraid of success. Oh my gosh, if I have all this clutter, then I can put my focus over here instead of writing my book, right? Because what happens if I become successful? Maybe my partner won't love me anymore. Maybe my friends will be super jealous and I'll lose that support system. There are tons of reasons why. Or, you know, if you grew up in chaos, you know, all of us have dysfunction in our families to some extent. And if chaos was your natural environment, decluttering it would feel very uncomfortable.
Well, and you just said something that was interesting about maybe your partner won't love you as much. What if you are the tidy one and your partner is the cluttering one?
Great question because that happens more often than you'd think. So, what I say to that is you come up with a compromise. You know, you have to find something that works. And if you are the tidy one and you are so tidy that drives everyone else and the family crazy, that's as bad as the one that's the slob. So, for example, say if your husband reads a lot or your partner reads a lot and has the books everywhere, it drives you crazy. Put a little basket. Okay, honey, just at least put it in here and then come up with solutions and make sure if you're super tidy, have your little space, your little retreat area that no one else is allowed in that you can keep super neat. So it's about compromise and flexibility and finding a middle ground.
Now, you started a podcast that I think is immensely helpful for people that are maybe not sure that they even know where to start or know what to do next or whatever. Tell us, how did you get involved in creating a podcast, and what is the result that you found from having that for people that are like looking to get some tips?
I started it because I had been doing an online TV show, internet TV show called Reawaken Your Brilliance. And as I was working with clients, I'll never forget this. This one woman said, I just want you to talk with me. I was like, whoa, okay. I mean, but you're the client. And because she said, and it was life coaching. But what I learned from that experience is it's more about the clutter. Like you need to declutter first before doing the organizing. Because my business was healing through organization and I changed that to Reawaken Your Brilliance. And what I realized is, as we've been talking this entire time, it's about the inner and the outer. It's about the spiritual relationship clutter. It's all of that. And so I wanted to create a podcast to give back and to make people become more aware. Because as I heal, you heal. As you heal, I heal. And it's to me about the oneness. It's about the global community. As we raise our awareness, it automatically raises awareness everywhere else.
And so, have you found by working with people that their lives are different enough that they are accepted by family or rejected by family from those changes?
Oh, great question. You know, it really depends. The majority have been positive, but you know, if you're in a really dysfunctional or unhealthy relationship, people don't want you to get better. They want to keep you down. Like, what is it? Misery loves company.
Mhm.
And so that's the time you have to say, okay, then I need to find a new squad. I need to find a new group of fans. And, God gives you your family and he lets you pick your friends or the universe, however, whatever your form of spirituality is. And so then pick those people that are going to support you.
Well, I would love to stay and visit all day. This is absolutely fascinating. And I know you have a whole lot more information where this comes from. We're going to have you back on our show, but please tell our listeners where they can go to find you.
They can just go to reawakenyourbrilliance.com. You can connect to the podcast, the books, everything there. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, and that is Julie Coraccio from Reawaken Your Brilliance. I'm super excited that she joined us today and all of the great tips that she shared with us. I'm going to leave links in the show notes to everything that we talked about so that you can find her, you can connect with her, and possibly even hire her so that she can give you an extra push as you start your new year. If you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.